Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you an inexpensive alternative to rooftop cargo boxes. You may recall from a previous video where I said that I've been contacted out of the blue by a company who wanted me to review a rooftop cargo bag, and here it is. This is by BougeRV, and they sent it to me for free, so I have to say that this is a paid promotion, but bear with me. I've run it through, its pace is pretty good, and I think I can give you an honest assessment of this bag. So before I start on the bag, I got to talk about the directions. I don't think people read these things. Some of the complaints at Amazon.com about this bag, I was doing my research about it to see if I really wanted to deal with it. It talks about leaks. And I think that most of the people who had problems with leaks had the bag on backwards. The bag is advertised as being 38 by 38 by 18 inches tall, and it's really not. It's 21 inches tall in the front and 14 inches tall on the back, and so it's kind of sloped. And I think it's instinctive for people to want that wedge to have the low end face into the wind, so it's more aerodynamic. And so people, without reading the directions, that say to put in 4 different places to face the zippers to the back and it opens toward the front of the car, somehow they still don't get it right. And then of course that drives rainwater. When it's raining and the wind is blowing at 65, 70 miles an hour, it blows right up under these zippers here. And if you have these in the back, that won't happen. So follow the directions, they're there for your benefit. Also, the directions say that this bag is designed to be put right on the paint of the car. And of course, I'm not going to do that. My paint's too pretty. And so I put a cargo basket on a rack to protect the paint, and also because my shine is just so deep, I don't want the bag to fall in and get lost forever. So I'm not completely following the directions. What they intend for it to do is either sit between a set of crossbars, which my roof is not long enough to have the crossbars far enough apart to do that, or to have it sat between say the rails, like what you would find on a wagon or a SUV. So, and I don't have those either. So again, I'm using the rack here with the cargo basket, and it's got retention on all 4 sides, and this is ideal for me. So you do what you need to do to get the bag in place if you're going to use this bag, or really any other bag. But on a small car like a Golf, you have to have a basket or something like that. It's not going to sit on the paint like you think it will. With all of that said, I think I have, let me just go over a few things in the directions here that says right here in big bold print: failure to follow these instructions may result in personal injury or property damage. That seems like a pretty good reason to read these directions. So it says don't use it without raised cargo rails or a rack. So it's not intended like some are, where you set it on the paint and then you run straps through the inside of the car. That's not what this is for. So don't do that. I'm going to flash the necessary stuff up on the screen, and you're going to see there's 4 different places, 4 different ways that they say zippers to the back, open the bag toward the front, stuff like that. So it's obvious that the zippers go in the back like this to keep rain from getting in. I'm harping on the rain a lot because that's what people complain about. I did drive my bag in the rain pretty good, and nothing got in. Everything stayed dry. And when I say everything stayed dry, I packed waterproof items in the bag so that I could tell if even a drop of water got in, and nothing got into the bag. So things that I like about the bag: it's inexpensive. I mean, sure, they sent me a free one, but it's only $55 to get a brand new one through Amazon. And if you're traveling across the country and you're going to be on the road for 30 days or something like that, this bag is great for that. It's almost disposable at that point. If it makes it from point A to point B and you never use it again, it has paid for itself because it's done what it's supposed to do. Or you can put it away and store it properly, because it's not designed to be stored on top of the vehicle. I mean, any of these fabrics are going to break down if they're exposed to UV rays for too long, weather and all that other stuff. Don't think the bag is going to last forever on top of your car, especially not for $55. So put it away when you're not using it. Put it inside of its storage bag. It will fit, I promise. And you got to take care of the bag, and then it'll take care of you. But even if you only use it for 30 days out of the year, or even less, $55, you can't beat that. Other things I like about the bag, I got to be honest, there's not much because I'm biased against these rooftop bags, but having it up there, it does free up some space inside the car, and that's a good thing. I should point out that the roof isn't the only place to use this bag. I've used it inside the car to contain loose cargo, as well as inside my trailer to protect items from the rain. The things I don't like about the bag, it's not a great looking bag. I mean, you have to stuff it full in order for it to have its shape maintained. And so if you're looking at the pictures online, such as this one, that make it look nice and smooth and round, that's not going to happen. It isn't going to look like that when you put it up here. It's going to look more like this. It's going to have some wrinkles, some soft spots, but this is an honest pack out of the bag. As far as being easy to load, it's a little weird at first, getting it unpacked. You get it unpacked and then you have to find the back of the bag, which, remember, if you store it, I store mine zipped almost completely shut with the exception of like a foot at the back, and this is how it came out of the bag when I first received it. That helps you identify the back of the bag. Then you're able to orient it properly to get it on top of your car, or in my case, in my basket. You unroll it, then you unzip it, and then of course it's on your rack. It's formless and you have to then form it. And so you start stuffing baggage into it, and it'll eventually take shape and be shaped the way you want it to be shaped. But it isn't going to look like the pictures. It just never will. So if you understand that and you run the bag, like I said, it'll serve its purpose, and I think you'll be happy with it overall. If you follow the directions are there for you. If you follow the directions, double bag your stuff if you're going to be traveling in the rain, orient the zippers toward the back, and fill the bag with soft items to keep, to have it keep its form. Because if you don't fill it up, the wind is just going to beat it down and crush it into a different shape. I'll show you a picture of what I had a few days ago when I was playing around. The wind will beat it down and it'll just be shaped odd. If you don't care about shape, then do what you want with it. But if you want it to look pretty, I'm a pretty car guy, right? So if you want it to look pretty, then stuff the bag with smaller stuff and get it to retain a shape. You can even put cardboard, I laid a cardboard box on top of mine when I was testing it initially with cardboard boxes, and that helped it maintain its shape as well. Just shove a flattened cardboard box along the top, and that'll lift everything up and help it maintain its shape. So you can do that as well, and that helps. So comparing it to my rooftop cargo box, which I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to anyway, the bag is definitely more convenient to store, but the box is more convenient to use because I don't have to manage a shape or anything. I just push a button, open the box, I'm in and out quickly, and everything's good. The bag takes a little bit more effort to set up, and I don't know, I like my box better, but the bag is definitely better for storage. So something to weigh when you're thinking about whether or not you want a bag or a box. The box, of course, is also a lot more expensive. I've got a link below to this product, and then of course once you get there, Amazon has plenty of recommendations, so you can make your own decision, but I have no problem recommending this bag for short-term use especially. Feel free to post questions if you have them. Thanks for visiting, and please feel free to subscribe if you like what I'm doing, and I'll see you next time.